Okay, so we are going to be discussing the newest hype chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 286, with the GOAT, Shigiraki. Okay, so we pick up where we left off last chapter with Bakugo being impaled, saving Deku from when All for One took over Shigaraki's body. Then it just has a little moment where Shigaraki or All for One, I'm not sure who at that moment is talking through his body. Either one, probably Shigaraki though, where he's all trash talking Bakugo. It's like, that last person that just got their blood spilled. Yeah, that was the most useless of all. And then that causes Deku to go all berserk and charge at Shigaraki, all for one, whichever one you want to call him at this point. And one thing that has to be commended is the freaking art, okay? The art in this chapter is probably the best I've ever seen the entire series, in my opinion. I mean, it was flippin' fire, dude. But, that freaking double spread page where it shows Shigaraki and Deku clash with each other, that was gorgeous. That was like something straight out of Dragon Ball, if you want my opinion. And then we get that sick freaking panel where it shows that All for One is like splitting Shigaraki's face, and you can see All for One smiling inside of his head. Oh, dude, that right there straight up gave me Berserk vibes. That was freaking epic. It's just stuff like that I'm saying this is hands down the best art that My Hero's had in a long time. And right now, like when Horikoshi shows when he's drawing the Shigaraki Deku stuff, he's among the best in the business right now with that pen game, for sure. But then we see flashback, or not a flashback, but like a flip over to Gigantomachia leveling stuff, like the beast he is too. And Uraraka and some of the other students and heroes are going around evacuating people, and then they mention that there's some other pro heroes that are trying to go and stop Gigantomachia. Personally, you can't have Gigantomachia not make it a Shigaraki. You've been hyping this shit up for too long. Even before the war started, with the whole, like, Shigaraki having to earn Gigantomachia's, respect or admiration. And then just, on top of that, and then having him going to such lengths to try to get to Shigaraki, just to not have it happen would be stupid. I'm fine with like the vial slowing him down and making it take longer to get to Shigaraki, but he needs to get to Shigaraki, period. And he needs to level these cities, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pulling for the League on this one, dude. It's just so much better when the League's involved at this level. Freaking fantastic. But, just a small panel there, and then it goes back to what looks like Shigaraki grabbing Deku by the face and then telling him that he is taken one for all. It isn't 100% confirmed, because then it shows Deku and Shigaraki facing each other in this void-like area, kind of like Hueco Mundo is from Bleach. And it's to mention that it's kind of funny because it reminded me of when Ichigo goes into his inner soul to confront the Hollow. But what really strikes as odd in this particular part, is that we see All for One coming out of Shigaraki's body, and obviously they're fighting for control, and then Shigaraki's like, no, I'm running the show now. This is my dream. And then All For One's like, yeah, but if I didn't come in and help you, fam, you'd be dead right now. Period. So I don't want it to end up where All For One takes over Shigaraki's body. That's like, I don't want to Kaguya bullcrap, okay, for Naruto. That's like end game stuff, and I just don't see this ending anytime soon. It's too much. It is too hype right now. Then it has Tomura, Nana, lay down our hand on Deku and says, you can't move in this world yet, so let us do it. I am gonna assume that this has something to do with the curse that All Might was referring to a few chapters ago. Especially going back to when Deku went berserk and like he turned all dark and black looking. He looked kind of like a Asta, devil form from Black Clover a little bit. So my question is, did All Might know about any of this but just couldn't tap into this other powers, or do they only reach out to certain users? Did Horikoshi just throw this in there out of nowhere for no damn reason? It's to me, unless I've missed something, it's been a little all over the place and a bit confusing. But nonetheless, it's shaping up for a really epic, climactic end to this fight. But we're not there yet, because if All For One takes control of Shigaraki's body, you're gonna have to have all the people inside Deku's quirk to come out and help, because it's gonna be a wrap. Okay. Another thing that could happen is that Shigaraki retains control of his body, but has indeed gained control of All For One, in which case it's a wrap without the help of these other people. And if they do go that route, then mayhaps Deku loses All For One, but then gains all these other quirks. That would be very interesting, to say the least. Then you have the possibility where we go back to the beginning, where All Might says that All For One, enhances quirks. So what if he loses All For One, gets all these other quirks, and then somehow gets it back? Then Deku could be walking around like 5, 6, 7 quirks that he has stored up in there, magnified by All For One. I don't know how, if they're already magnified or if he'd have to regain All For One, but that would be flippin' insane. That'd be like some One Punch Man shit up in here. Deku just coming in one kick, man. But we have to remember, Gigantomachia is still on the loose. He mentioned that there's two. He has the scent of 2 masters, so he's gonna be busting ass even more to get there. We still, unless they were handled, and I don't remember it, we still have the Liberation Army in the wings that could, I imagine, will eventually make their way over to Shigaraki, or find out what's happening with Shigaraki and be like, dog, we can't fuck with this, and just give them their support, because if Shigaraki comes over there, it's a wrap if they try to turn their back on Shigaraki. Then the only other thing left in the wings, other than the League of Villains, is Best Jeanist. We have not seen what happened, I don't remember, to Best Jeanist ever since he was presented to Dabi as being dead. And if he was really dead, we would know about it. I mean, come on, it's Best Jeanist. He's a top 5 hero. So yeah, I mean, they got the work to cut out for him, and I love it. What I personally wouldn't happen is that they get their asses whooped, have to leave Japan, go make friends with other heroes in other countries to build up some kind of revolution, and then have Shigaraki and All For One just run this giant criminal empire up in Japan. That would be freaking sick. I don't know if they're going to go that dark. I personally hope they do, but we'll see. But honestly, I either see Shigaraki whopping the floor with him as either himself with All For One, or getting One For All and then doing it, or the League shows up and either helps him take out the trash or helps him escape, and then they go and power up some more. This is not going to be a good end, and I really hope that some of the like, obviously Nabako ain't gonna die, but I'm hoping they kill off Gran Torino. We already lost Crust. What was the other dude? Was it Cementos? Was it? No, some other dude got killed. I personally want Hawks. I fucking hate Hawks. I'm just throwing that out there. He's a piece of garbage. But yeah, I mean, this just shows that, you know, the heroes, the professionals, they ain't ready for this shit. And this, you know, it's gonna be a changing of the guard, because they've pretty much commercialized their abilities and powers, and now you got threats like Shigiraki running around where it's like you need an All Might style character there to handle him, and you ain't got that. So